Get get a load of this week, y'all. Um, go live on here. How are y'all doing out there? How are y'all doing out there? Let me see this. This needs to delete. How are y'all doing in the neighborhood? Let me see if I can get my chat on here. Not my private chat. Oh, there we go. Hey y'all. Hi Medun. I think that's how you say that. Thrash Addiction Fire. Hi. Peem. Sometimes I be afraid to say y'all screen names. Sometimes I be afraid to say y'all screen names because I'm just like, yo, are y'all gonna end up making me say a bad word? Like when I read this, like Sofa King, like, I'd be scared. I'd be scared to read the whole thing. Okay, here goes my chat. Hi, Took on YouTube. Hi. Um, how are y'all doing? Hi, Team Pure on TikTok. Hey, Tejano on TikTok. Hi, user 72986426869 on TikTok. Hi, y'all. Welcome to the Bedroom Chronicles. My name is Taja New. I am your host for the Bedroom Chronicles. This is a live stream that allows me to keep up to fans, the Nubian team, and also update you with anything that's going on, give any type of artist tips or tricks that I have in my brain to give to back to the community, things that I have experienced, things that I have seen other people experience, suggestions or whatever have you. Um, that's what this show is. So if you feel so enlightened, please stick around. And if you have not liked or subscribed or shared or followed, please do so on whichever platform it is that you are on. So if you're on Instagram or Facebook, please follow me, share, and like. If you are on YouTube, subscribe and share this video if you so please. Hi, Valerio. Um, there's a lot to get into today, y'all. But I am gonna keep it short. I always keep it short because I understand people's time and everything like that. So you do not have to worry about Taja going over time. It is also football day, so I also like to keep these short because the game be on, and I've got to catch the game. um, so there is something that I wanted to talk to you all about, and I'm trying to remember what that point was. This may pause a little. Do, 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 do. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Um, yeah, there's something I wanted to talk to you all about. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. I did want to talk to y'all about that. So I hope you all are having a good week. There's some things that I want to, you know, talk about. So I'm going to be very, very quick about this so that I can get to everything that I want to talk about. The first thing that I do want to talk about, the first person that I want to talk is um Pop. Come on, live lately. A Springfield legend, DJ, unfortunately passed away this past week, and I wanted to give my condolences to him, to his close friends, community. My heart goes out to all of you, and you know, I could not initially was just such a shock, and I am so sorry that this has happened, and we definitely lost a Springfield, like a legend in the community. But I saw a video by DJ Boogie that was encouraging people to give their stories about DJ KLS. So I wanted to give one of my own. DJ. So I know that people were, it's a lot of DJs that are sharing their stories, but I am an artist, right? And I think that it's important to share these types of stories too, because of the fact that, artists. Oop, let me get on. Hold on. Let me get on my actual earphones here because it's going through my. There we go. Hopefully that switched over. Please let me know if you guys can hear me. Um, so I wanted to share an artist story that I actually have because I come from a time where artists really understood what the artist to DJ relationship was, right? Like, um, you really couldn't get very, very far without understanding the role of a DJ, the role of them breaking a record, and you know how important they were to and are to the scene of music. You couldn't get very far. Um, you have to understand that. You have to understand it right away. And those relationships are very important to me. Hence, one of the hugest relationships I have is with DJ Juice, from Springfield, Massachusetts. And our relationship is like very, very close. And that derived from that time of understanding that the artist and the DJ were like one, one thing fed the other, and we understood that right away, right? But KLS, um, is very, very important to my story, and I'm going to tell you why. Um, so I got a little show and tell, and I want to show y'all this. This is my first microphone. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see, it's all beat up and everything like that. I just replaced this microphone. My very first microphone that ever, okay? And I remember I used to do open mics. So those of you who know me know that I used to do open mics very, very frequently. That's how I started my career. Shout out to D Moss, who also is that needs to be supported this week into next. So make sure that you guys do that. But I started at open mics, and this, hi Delilah Diaz, hi MJ, hi Olivia, hi Ava on TikTok. I started my career at open mics, right? Which is a very humbling experience because you start knowing what you know and not knowing what you don't know. And I was like bright eyed, bushy tailed, very, very green. I had no idea about the entertainment scene or anything like that. Up until that point, all I had done was write remixes, write raps, and everything like that. But I had never, ever presented my music live, right? So, those of you who remember this, you know that the open mics at one point were down at Black Pearl downtown on Main Street. And then they had moved over to the International Beer Garden. Shout out to Eric Maldonado. He was the one that actually owned that place, at the time that we were doing open mics down there. And oh, Shout out to Boricua Bites too, because he owns Boricua Bites now. If you have not been there, but we were down at open mics at the International Beer Garden, and I remember, every week I was doing my thing, and I've told this story time and time again of it, right? The part that you guys don't know is that I got off stage and everything like that, and the night was not the greatest, not good. And I had age, and I was just like trying to just work with what it is that I had, and I just happened to take a seat nevertheless. I had never met him before. Do you understand me? Um, this was my first time encountering this man, and as I sit down, he was next to me. I think he was eating something like he had something in him, like if it was chicken. They had a kitchen open. I was just down there, and he was just eating, and he just looked at me and he was like, you need to get your own mic. Not like, oh, you be no, no, no. He was, you need to get your own mic. Very much like to myself, I know who this is. He's very, very serious, and he's saying to me right now, he's so serious about it that I need to go and look up this whole microphone situation tonight. Um, but he did like explain a little bit to me about, the fact that your microphone is going to have a lot to do with your sound experience to your crowd. And you can't control your sounds, that makes you be out of control of a great deal of your performance. And he explained to me that depending on the house mic is giving that away. Sorry, y'all. I am just getting over a cold. But he explained to me that, if you don't have you use the house mic, you are that they are in control of your sounds completely. There might be things that you might not be able to control in the venue, but the microphone itself and the feedback and all of that it gives, that definitely is controlling a great deal of your sound. And if you're just using a house mic every single place you go, that's what you're doing. You're giving that away, right? Now, here's the thing. I did go and I researched that night, right? And coming up, like I said, this is a microphone. Coming up in Springfield, Massachusetts, you know, when you get into the music scene and everything like that, it was a very, at the time, it was a close knit community. And, people start to know, who's who and who does what and everything like that. And I started to be known as the artist that always needed someone to hook up their microphone. I started to be known as the artist that always brought their own mic. And that was like the very one thing that I asked minimally was please have an input for me to plug up my mic. Um, and it also taught me to learn how to hook the mic up myself. I actually started researching chords, what chords did I need, male, female, XLR, quarter inch. Like, I actually started researching that. This all happened because of KLS, y'all. And he was absolutely right. I would go to venues and there would be a lot of artists there and they would be using the house mic. And some of those house mics, no offense to the venue, but they're not really looking into the quality of a microphone in a lot of venues because it's really not, the business is not the entertainment, it's the bar, it's the food, it's the, and like this is like secondary to that. So they're not really investing in, oh, I need a quality microphone for these artists, right? So I would go to venues and would be using the venue mic, house mic, and the mic it would sound crazy, crazy feedback, insane. And me and my little self had, and the only reason why I had that was because KLS was the one who told me to do it. So I just wanted to share that story because I know there's a lot of people who are sharing their stories and their encounters less, and a lot of them are DJs. Shout out to the DJ community. And like I said, my condolences to all of you, my condolences to the family. But I just wanted to give my own story from an artist's perspective and how it is that he changed the game for me, because he really did set me apart from a lot of other artists, only because of the fact that my sound was always on. And after that, there were a lot of other artists that actually followed my lead and bought their own mics because they started to see, oh my gosh, I need to get my own mic because my sound is being dictated by the house mic. And they saw me like having facilitating being an artist with this, and so they actually went out and got themselves invested in themselves a microphone. And it all started because of this man right here, DJ KLS. So again, my condolences to the family, to the DJ community, to his friends. um, and I'm going to share right here, um, for anybody who lives in the area, in the Springfield area, or surrounding you, know DJ KLS. This is his homegoing service. And, it can be shared from DJ Boogie's page. But it is next Thursday. So if you do plan on attending, this is the information. Wanted to share that. And like I said, big hit that we've in the entertainment community. It's just been a crazy week of losses that we've had, and KLS is a huge, 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 huge loss to the entertainment community, the DJ community, and the music community. He also was a host of a show on 90.7 WTCC for years, welcoming artists on there, introducing records, spinning records for people. So he's also known as a radio host. So big shout out to this man because he did so much for the community, gave so much back. And I just wanted to take the time to acknowledge him, a GOAT, honestly. And so, you know, my condolences, and I in that time to talk a little bit KLS. So, um, this week has just been a crazy week for me, y'all. Like, I've been trying to keep up with everything. There's just so much happening at the same time all the time. And I know I say that a lot, but it's just so true. I am trying to be in multiple places at once. One of the things that did happen, the release of my record. And you know what? I do want to share that. Let me see if I can add that here. One of the big things that happened was the release of my song, Fallen. That was, I already knew all about this because we had already released it on video, and it was the feature song on the movie Play. So I did kind of talk to you all about this at one point in time because that was the time to talk about it. Let me see if I can get this. I hope this will come out right. Hopefully it's not we'll see if it'll come up. I don't know. This thing works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. Um, but I talked to you all about the song Fallen, and Fallen has finally come out on streaming platforms. So it is on any streaming platform that you can think of. Fallen is now available on there. I don't think this is gonna come up. I don't know why it doesn't want to do it during my live. Um, Hopefully you guys can check that out. It has been playlisted. It has made its first playlist on Breaking Sound Radio playlist on Spotify. So very excited about that. There's so much more to come with the song. Like I said to you all before, um, we are not done with what this song is gonna do. It's nowhere near done. So So I hope that all of you stay tuned and see what else it is or where else it is that we're going with this song, because it is just it's it's its own thing, and it is taking its own time. And me being the person that I am, where I want to everything to just be going and like movement on everything, I have had to learn how to be patient with this song specifically. So like I said, stay tuned, because I'm having to stay tuned on where it is that Fallen takes us. But it is now available on all streaming platforms. So please, 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 if you all could stream, if you could favorite the song, share it, add it to your favorite playlist, all of the things. Please do so, because the song could use as much engagement and as much fanfare as it could possibly get. So please, y'all, please share Fallen and listen to it, stream it, and add it to your playlist. Like I said, there's going to be more to come on that, but it's taking its own time. So I'm being patient, just like y'all. I am so sorry. I wish I had more to give about that. I am good, Took. I hope you are doing good too. Thank you, Carolyn. Um, so that is what's going on with now. Let's talk about this that happened that I did not know about. Which is like crazy to me. Um, if it will just show up. Okay, so I have been nominated for a New England Music Award for Hip Hop Act of the Year. And I feel so honored that I am being acknowledged in this way. You know, of course, you all know that we had Grammy consideration a couple of years back. I've just been working hard since then to figure out what is our next moves for my career, because eventually what we want to make it to is a Grammy nomination from the consideration. So I've just been trying to work hard to get to a place where that is where it is that we're going, and that is a very real possibility, is a nomination. So I had just been not thinking about being acknowledged for anything really. And I was just notified yesterday that I was acknowledged at the New England Music Awards and that I am nominated. And so I I'm honestly speechless. Um, I'm doing the work, and it's just nice to know that people are watching and that people are taking the time to acknowledge all of the hard work that I'm doing. So this is huge. I am attending the ceremony on the 16th of November. Um, it's going to be held in Foxborough, so I'm very, very, very excited about that. And like I said, I just feel blessed to be amongst other amazing artists this year. I can't wait to meet some of them and to continue those conversations and speak with some of them. But I'm just y'all, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. It's very overwhelming, to be honest with you. That that's this is a thing. Um, this is a thing. So thank you to the New England Music Awards for the nomination. I am beyond appreciative for this recognition. I will see you soon on November 16th, the ceremony, and just thank you. I'm honored. I'm deeply, deeply, deeply honored. Thank you. Um, so that is the New England Music Awards, and there will be more to come on that. I will give you guys more information and updates on that as time goes on. But yeah, that's a thing, y'all. Believe it. I really can't. I really can't. Um, so let's give a little bit of artist tips and tricks, because I love to do that. That's like one of my favorite things to do, is talk to my fellow artists. Hi, Destiny. Hi, Time Machine. Hi, Brian Folsom. Hi, Ava. Hi, Olivia on TikTok. Hi, Silva. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys can see. Hi, Silva on Instagram. Let me see what's going on Facebook. Hi, Nane. I just saw this post. Hi. Yes. You know, Heavenly Harmony to DJ KLS. Seriously. I really just am still in shock about the whole thing. Um, so y'all, let's talk to my fellow artist. Talk about positioning yourself. I saw a video recently on TikTok that is like, oh my God, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Why I try the time. Even when you're not getting any movement, even when it seems like something is not going to be fruitful at that point in time, you have to understand the power of investing your time and your efforts, even if you're not going to get something back right away, even if you're not going to get a comment right away, even if people stuff, even if you don't get financial compensation right away. Very important that as artists we understand the importance and requirements in this career of your efforts and your time investment, even when it looks like you are not going to get a ROI, return on investment. If it looks like you're not going to get an ROI in a very quick way, right? So I said that this particular person that I am speaking about, I wish name y'all. Let me see if I can grab it from my TikTok. But this particular person that I'm referring to, she was talking about, she is now the background singer for Music Soul Child. And she was basically talking about her journey, basically like what it took for her to even get this opportunity. It was not something that she was vying for right away. It was an opportunity that came her way. One time she passed it up around again. She went ahead and applied for it, auditioned for it, sent in a video. Nothing happened from the video. Ends up in a room with the person that's actually the person that she would be filling in for to do background vocals, and has a conversation with this person and ends up in a where she's the person that ends up being fill in because of the networking opportunity that she took, as well as um, the videos that she's been posting online, and sending in the audition video, even though nothing had come of it, right? And I wanted to talk about this with all of you because I think it's important that as artists, we understand that everything is not going to be a quick return. It's not going to be a quick turnaround. You're not going to get validation right away. You're not going to get that ROI. Sometimes it's going to take you a little bit of time, but don't stop doing what you're doing because it is important to continue on your path because you have no idea where that path is going to lead you and you do not know who could possibly be watching. Now, let me see. Okay, here her name is. Her name is the singer Chaz Zero. The singer, all this is all one word. The singer, C as in cat, HAZZ as a zebra, two Z's, zero. She was talking about. She was posting online. She was doing her thing. She had moved out to ATL, and just had been posting her videos online and everything like that, right? Posting, doing her thing, was nervous to even turn in the video to Music Soul Child's team. Let the opportunity pass her the first time. Opportunity comes around again. She goes ahead, sends in the audition video. Nothing comes of it. Ends up in a room with a person who she actually would have been filling in for background vocals. Person tells her, send the video. And she sends it, and she ends up being the fill in for this person actually just ends up being the background singer for Music Soul Child, right? And one of the things that she was saying was, y'all, even you only get a couple of likes or whatever have you on your videos, post them. Make sure that you are still doing what you need to do because it's kind of like a resume for you. This is a resume for what it is that you have been doing over time, even if you're not performing live, if you're not doing all of that, at least you are doing something to show that you are working your work in. And she was talking about, listen, no one's watching post. Make sure that you're doing those videos. Make sure that you're putting in that effort, putting in that time investment to put out the content to show people and demonstrate to the industry or whomever it is that may need to be looking at your page that you are still putting in work, even if formal ways like a booking or whatever have. And I just wanted to encourage all of you to put in the work and the effort even when it seems like no one is watching. Why? Because you have to position yourself for when the opportunity does come, you can just walk right through the door. So I forget who it was that I was listening to, and they were talking about opportunities being like these revolving doors, right? And you're waiting for your opportunity is revolving around, and maybe your opportunity hasn't come around yet, right? Like we've all seen doors in front of Macy's or whatever have you, right? And you got to get in there quick, or you're going to miss your opportunity, get into the building. And that is basically what it is that these opportunities are like. You have to position yourself so when the opportunity comes around and when that space comes around that door, you could just walk right in and you could get into the building, aka whatever opportunity that is. It is important that you're just always putting yourself in the position. If you don't put yourself in the position, you will miss the opportunity, even if it was for you and it comes around. So it's important to always be working and positioning yourself to take an opportunity when it comes your way because you never know when it's going to be. You never know who's paying attention, and you just have no idea in this industry what it could be that gets you to that next level. So just make sure that you're representing yourself correctly, right? Representing yourself correctly, the way that you want to be represented, and the way that you want to be seen, want to be known for. So make sure that you're doing that because that's important too. Don't just go posting anything and then you get known for being, I don't know, the person that, I don't know, drinks water through their nose. I don't know. Right? You post a video like that and now everybody wants to see you drinking a whole bunch of stuff through your nose. I don't know. That this is just I don't know if anybody actually does that. But you don't want to be known as that person. So make sure that you're representing yourself well, like how you've seen. And then when you're doing that, just make sure that you keep making posts and you keep making even when it feels like no one's watching because believe me, baby, they're watching. People are watching, even not, and they act like they're not. People are watching you. So make sure that you're positioning yourself to take advantage of opportunities when they come your way. It's important, even when no one is around. That's one of the things that they say, right? Is tree falls in a forest and no one's around. Does it make a sound? That's what you need to ask yourself. Does it make a sound? And the answer to the question is yes, of course it makes a sound. You weren't around to hear the sound. So it didn't make a sound to you, but the sound was the important part, right? Is even when no one knows who the heck you are, you still need to be making the effort because you're somebody and you got something to offer. So you still need to be making the effort to display that and showcase that whenever it is that you get the chance. And this right here online is your opportunity to do that. So make sure that you are still putting those posts out. Make sure that you, for when the opportunity comes around, you can say, this is who I am. This is what I have to offer. Even when it looks like no one is around, and even if you're the tree falling down and you make a sound and no one's around, they still gonna find that tree on the what? The ground. Saying y'all, never mind me and my shenanigans, but I'm just saying you still need to position yourself because you have no idea where that can take you. Just investing in yourself, investing your time into you and what you want to be, who you are, and what you have to bring to the table. And that's it. That's all I have. That's it. That's all, y'all. Make sure that you know you are setting yourself up for success, like that success may be far away or that it's nowhere around. Make sure that you are behaving in the way that you want to or and setting yourself up to reap the fruits of your labor when it comes time for you to be able to do that, because it's going to come if you just put your head down and you work hard and you go for it and you constantly hit that pavement. People will help people who help themselves. That's really the reality of it. And if you are doing the work, building things on your own, people will start to notice, right? And those opportunities will come your way. So that is my message for all of the artists at home. And, I'm just doing what it is that I can, what I got in any way that I possibly can. So it is football night. I love y'all. Y'all know that I be hopping off this thing at 7:45 because, child, staying alive at 7:45, watching football at 8. So I love all of you. I hope that you have, you know, a blessed week. I know some of you are really down right now. So, I want to say RIP to D'Angelo, a artist that we lost in the just entertainment and just music, oozed music, lived music. So that was a big loss. And then specifically for my city, who is weeping right now, RIP to DJ KLS. He will forever. Um, and I also want to, like I said, I also want to shout out D Moss, Daryl Moss. If any of you have been helped by Daryl Moss, come across his path, um, anything like that. Moss, he is actually going through quite a bit right now. So, if you can go downtown, support him at the court, please do so because he's done so much for the community and much to give back. If you are available, please, make your way down to the court uh, during the week to support. Um, and I hope that you all have an amazing week. I hope that you stay blessed. I hope you stay safe, and I hope you keep being you. I absolutely love it, and you should love it too because no one can be you. You're unique, and that's what makes you special on this earth. So, um, I love all of you. I am off this to watch some football, and I hope you all enjoy